came with me in my shahada, and she wore hijab and everything as soon as I became Muslim, and I think that brought her a lot of peace, like seeing the community firsthand. I literally have tried to film this so many times, and I literally cry every time. Sorry, I'm gonna cry.
Dia adalah saudari Jo, seorang putri dari jutawan yang memutuskan menjadi mualaf setelah membaca Al-Quran. Selama setahun, Jo menyimpan Al-Quran yang dipinjamnya dari perpustakaan gereja. Rasa penasarannya mendorong Jo untuk terus membaca, hingga akhirnya dia terkejut dengan isi Al-Quran tersebut.
When I got to college, I decided that I wanted to start going to one of the college Bible studies at a local church. And I went to go get a new Bible that had margins so that I could take notes, because I really wanted to get closer to my faith and become, a better follower of God. And while I was at the bookstore, there was also a copy of the Quran sitting on the shelf. And I remember thinking to myself, oh, well, that's the same God. I would love to read this someday and understand how other people think and what they believe. So I take it home and I don't read it for a year. A full year. I was like, nope, I'm focused on the Bible. I'm Christian. I want to have a very thorough understanding of the Bible before I read the Quran. And so in that year, I was just really focused on the Bible, and I was going to church a lot. I was going to youth group every week. I was reading theology papers, the whole thing.
Meskipun Jo semakin rajin pergi ke gereja, membaca Bible dan buku agama, hal itu justru membuatnya bingung. Setiap kali mendengar khotbah, Jo sering menemukan ketidakcocokan antara apa yang dikatakan pastor dengan apa yang telah dibacanya. Kebingungan ini menggoyahkan imannya. Karena kebimbangan terhadap agamanya, Jo berdoa setiap hari meminta petunjuk. Yang mengejutkan, tanpa disadarinya, doa yang selalu ia panjatkan ternyata adalah bagian dari surah Al-Fatihah.
It's anyone who's gone through, doubting your faith. It's very frustrating. It's stressful because you're no, I believe, but I just don't understand this thing. And so every time I would have those moments of doubts, I would literally just take a minute, breathe, and I would pray. And I would pray something very specific. I never read it anywhere. I didn't hear it anywhere. It just came naturally. I would use these very specific words. I would start by being thankful. I would tell God, literally, thank you for everything that you've given to me. I have so many blessings. Thank you. Thank you for all of them. Then I would say, by the way, you're the only one that I want to worship. I don't want to go to anything else. I don't want to leave you. I don't want to leave God. Whatever you tell me goes. So I don't want to worship anyone else. I'm not asking for help from anyone else. I would ask to be guided and to be kept on a straight path. And finally, I would ask to not let me go astray and don't let me become a hypocrite. Fast forward to about a year ago, I'm sitting in my bed praying, and I just get this feeling that's go read the Quran. You've had it on your shelf for a year now. It's time to go read it. And then I open it up to the first 7 verses, Al-Fatiha. This is the opening to the Quran in English. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful, all praises for Allah, the Lord of all worlds, the most compassionate, most merciful, master of the day of judgment. You alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help. Guide us to the straight path, the path of those you have blessed, not those you are displeased with or those who are astray. Amin.
Melihat terjemahan Al-Fatihah, Jo pun sontak terkejut. Bagaimana mungkin doa yang selama ini dia panjatkan ternyata sudah tercantum di Al-Quran. Dia semakin yakin bahwa ini adalah sebuah petunjuk. Tanpa pikir panjang, Jo bersujud dengan meletakkan wajahnya ke lantai. Lagi-lagi, dia terkejut karena cara bersujudnya adalah gerakan sholat yang selalu dilakukan umat Muslim. Dengan hidayah yang datang bertubi-tubi, Jo akhirnya pasrah dan memutuskan untuk masuk Islam.
It felt so right, and I literally just remember that same moment that click happened, the same feeling that told me to read the Quran said, you want a guidance, this is it. And I started crying. I tried to get up to walk to a different room or something, and I literally couldn't stand. I fell to the ground, and I put my face on the ground, like how Muslims pray, and at the time I did not know that that's how Muslims prayed, and I literally couldn't speak. The only thing that I could kind of get out of my mouth was thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, over and over again. And in those 3 months that I spent reading the Quran, like, let me just say, I was blown away. I mean, I had things, literally questions I had since I was 7 years old answered for me. It felt like reading what I'd already believed. Like, basically, it was just all like, oh, I was Muslim my whole life and I didn't even know it.
Setelah memeluk Islam, Jo menghadapi tantangan baru. Sebagai putri jutawan yang memiliki hobi berkuda, ia harus memberitahu kedua orang tua. Setelah mencari momentum yang tepat, akhirnya Jo mengungkapkan keislamannya kepada mereka. Namun, Jo pun terkejut karena respon orang tuanya tidak seperti yang ia bayangkan sebelumnya.
Also, fun fact, so both of my parents spent multiple years of their childhood in Muslim majority countries. So a lot of the propaganda from the haters about what Islam is in the West did not affect them. They've seen what it really is. So I think that has also played a big role in how supportive they've been. So supportive to the point where when it came time for me to take my shahada, my mom insisted on coming with me. Sorry, I'm gonna cry. My mom came with me in my shahada, and she wore hijab and everything as soon as I became Muslim, and I think that brought her a lot of peace, like seeing the community firsthand. And then in the car ride home, she told me that if it had been any other religion besides Islam, she's not sure she would have been as supportive, but because of how Muslims view and love Jesus, peace and blessings be upon him, and she saw that my relationship with God was getting so much stronger, she said that it was very important that she came with me to my shahada because she wanted me to know that she supports me for the rest of my life, no matter what my journey is.
Tidak hanya ibunya yang sangat mendukung keputusan Jo. Ketika pertama kali memberanikan diri untuk memakai hijab, respons ayahnya semakin menguatkan Jo menjalani hidup sebagai muslimah. Ayahnya mengatakan bahwa dia sangat bangga dengan perubahan putri tercintanya, yang kini memiliki karakter yang kuat, dan semakin hormat terhadap kedua orang tuanya. Jo pun akhirnya berlinang air mata. Karena keputusannya menjadi mualaf, tidak seperti kebanyakan orang, yang sering ditentang oleh keluarganya sendiri.
One of the first times I was wearing hijab in public, I stepped out of the house and my dad had just gotten home, and it was like the first time he'd ever seen me in hijab, and I was really scared how he was going to react. My dad said, "I am so proud of the adult you're becoming." I'm also crying because I know that my story is not the most common experience for reverts and their families, and that breaks my heart so much because I will never understand how someone can be so hateful to their own flesh and blood just because they believe something a little different. And so, to the reverts out there, I just want you to know and remind you that Allah sees everything. There is nothing that goes unnoticed by Him, and any struggle that you face in this life, it is rewarded in the next.
Semoga Jo istiqomah sampai akhir hayatnya dalam Islam dan menjadi cahaya untuk keluarganya.